Hello guys, welcome to the Omaha Airport where I am your supervisor, Allie, where we'll be going on a special school trip to Venice, Italy. Before we go though, since it is a different country, let's go over the itinerary while we get onto the plane. Please take your suitcases and put them in the overheads above you, and then please take your carry-ons underneath of you. The first thing we're going to go over is the history of Venice and how it became what it is. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to find the attractions of everything that you can do while you're in a different country. And the third thing that we're going to go over is the current news of Italy. Now, let us get started. The history of Venice from inabeliefofhistory.com says that it was creation of a myth that the people that founded Venice, Italy was fleeing from Troy, but it was actually a prediction that it was just founded in the 6th century of CE. Venice, Italy, like many other countries, became a trading route. Since it is surrounded by water, it was very easy to ship out goods and to get money from the products. Then, also, Venice, Italy had gone through many battles in its time. The battles did leave some destruction on the buildings, but since it was a long time ago and they were able to get their independence from people and not have to worry about people stealing their land, they were able to remodel. Now, drink carts here. Does anybody need anything while we're waiting? No? All right, let's jump into the attractions. In the 15thingstodo.com, it says that there are many things in Italy that are very scenery-like. So if you look in this picture shows you a bridge that you use when you go from the train station into everybody's daily lives. Underneath this bridge, if you look very closely, there's something else. It's a boat. This boat has a name, and it's called a gondola. The gondola holds up to 6 people and is a very known thing as the people in romance movies. Romance movies make it seem very wonderful, but actually is for everybody to use, and it is around 80 to 120 euros. That also is around 84 to 127 American dollars. These rides usually last around 20 to 30 minutes. Now, if you're going to Italy, especially Venice, it would be inappropriate for us to not talk about the food. The food is mostly pasta and is made from a non-fat substance, considering that that is what they mostly eat in their lives. When you go to grocery stores, you will realize that it is mostly hygienic products or healthy foods, because most of the time people are eating out, as it is also very cheap. So, if you also go, pizza. I love pepperoni pizza. So do many other people. So, when you're in Italy and you're ordering a pizza, you want to say Davac or Salame Pesante, because if you say pepperoni, they're going to give you bell peppers on your pizza. Now, let us go into the stores. There are many stores when you're in Italy. The stores usually open from around 9 in the morning and will close around 1 p.m. That is just because they have to get their kids on the train so that they can either go to school or it is just for a lunch break. They will open up around again 3 p.m. and will close around 9 p.m. to let the bars and restaurants have their time to shine. There are also many local stores. If you go under the bridge, you will find a lot of homemade goods, or you'll find a lot of pop-up shops where you can get either the same hoodie or the same hat. They also have many local stores, such as Gucci or Versace. Now, let's talk about the scenery. The scenery is a very huge thing, as they do not like pollution or any trash in their waters. As you see, they also have a lot of festivals, so in this first picture is where they were having a boat race. They were either having yachts or they were mostly using the gondolas. You also have the walkways. The walkways in Venice, Italy are very small and tend to be very confusing if you do not know how to read the old rustic street signs. They have a lot of scenery, and the water shows that there are a lot of people that do live there, but there's also a lot of abandoned areas. If you also look, this is one of their main prize architects that is still under construction and has been under construction for around 5 to 6 years. Now, from isvenicesinking.com, is Venice sinking? Yes. The current news has been talking about how Venice has been sinking, and it does every year around 1 to 2 millimeters. People do not realize it since it is such a small number, but when it floods, it is definitely known. When it floods, it can either leave a lot more residue than people understand, and it causes people to abandon their homes due to water pollution from the boats, due to food in the water, mold in their homes, or disintegration of the material in their houses. And a lot of the bridges that you see in Venice, Italy are actually temporary due to the fact that the ones that they used to walk on are now covered by water. It is predicted that Venice, Italy will sink in the year 2011. Now, seatbelt light is on. We're flying above Italy. Now, look down and let's talk about what we just went over. We just went over the history of how Venice became what it was. We just went over what to do when you're in a different country. And we just went over the most current news that is not mostly talked about. Thank you guys for coming with me on this trip. I am Allie. Have fun and safe travels.